Namato Ratanatayasam. May I pay homage to Triple Gem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. So as usual, we're all gathering here at this time to practice meditation. Just finished our evening chanting, and now this is time for the practice. Practice meditation takes constant practicing, diligently practicing. Meanwhile, knowing how to practice. In terms of the how to practice, a basic preliminary practices will be finding a comfortable position, living all your responsibilities and duties away, and just being here and now with the mind and the body, and contemplating on a primary object to settle down and grounding yourself. And adopting one object as a foundation to develop concentration and samadhi, once gained the samadhi, and learning to know things as they truly are. And similarly, a person who is willing to see the development of a meditation should be mindful of few things, and they will not be falling away. From the meditation. The first thing is a purity. Purity in the virtue that one has practiced and maintained the precepts, at least of 5 precepts, which is not to kill, not to steal, no sexual misconduct, not to lie, and no intoxications. A person who is practicing in line with these 5 precepts, their behavior and any activities becomes mature and humble on the manners. The person will be training under those precepts, rules, and seeing the danger on not following the rules properly. So that is the first qualities that each one of us needs to be mindful of, that whether are we practicing in accordance with the sila or not. And you will be able to notice that the moment when your sila is not pure, your mind is all over the world, so much distracted and so difficult to gain the calmness. And that also disturbs the senses and unable to guard our senses. The moment when we see something, we immediately grasp and are dwelling with it. And unwholesome activities may carried out, which has got the full of greed or distress, and one will suffer from it. In similar way, when we hear sounds, when we eat or tastes, the smell, the body touch, and even the thinking, we tend to grasp on it. And which will again perform the evil or unwholesome, unskillful thoughts. With that brings only harm, stress, and distress. So that is the second quality that one has to develop as we practice ability to be mindful of our senses and taking control over it and not grasping. The moment when we do not grasp, and that brings freedom. Followed by that, we need to be mindful of what we eat, how we eat, amount that we eat. Or in a short term, we have to know the moderation of eating, moderation of eating habits. And eating a food not for fun, not for beautification, not for fattening, but taking it simply to destroy the suffering that may cause by the hunger, or to maintain this life. So living a blameless life, eating only amount, and we moderate on eating. Some modern scientists do argue that a person who doesn't eat or fasting once a week by not eating anything, their brain functions more sharper and clearer than someone who is eating every day. Particularly not only eating moderation, but also due to the modernity, people are eating along with their thoughts, with the plans, and with their stories, rather than just eating. So mindfulness meditation will help to see that patterns and ability to follow as it is. So this is the third quality that we have to develop as we are meditating. And then the last quality is having alertness and a wakefulness of the mind. He will be diligently practicing mindfulness meditation, being mindful of everything that's happening one after another. So that's why practice of a meditation requires certain other qualities so that we will not fall away from the practice. And will gain the greater benefit from that practice. So as we are sitting here and now contemplating on the primary object, meditating, time is just getting shorter and shorter, being mindful